What time that shit? Make sure you let these niggas know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Get on this motherfucker. Let these niggas know what time it is. You understand? We broads.
King Ty really one of the realest. I survive drive-bys from them killers. Like I got 9 lives, I got 9 wives. I said fine wine with them bitches. I'm spitting fire bombs in your city. I got like 8 or 9 niggas with me. And when y'all ready to die in a minute, one West, we the rest in the business. I get offended, I fuck niggas spending. Talking they get it, but niggas is singing. Rappers is softer than lemon. Take me out parking lot pimping. What more can I give them? I've been the hottest forever. Why would I lie about cheddar? I can do better. I just put loyalty first. Loyalty coming whenever pull up in the cheddar. Currency on me, you sweater. My fault like wearing a sweater in summertime weather. Haters so salty, no pepper. You not that seasoned or clever. I'm with the rebel. Used to pump bass with the treble. Baking the cake in the kettle. I used to cook up the work. Now I just cook with the metal. Gotta keep foot to the pedal. Yeah, let me give it gas on the highway. Let them use the blast on the Compton. Break the Glocks down in the 3 parts. Put it together like a Najee. Feel like I'm page with my enclave. Got my mom made, ain't no time waste. Eating brown steak with a fine date at a fine place, getting violated.
Hey, listen. I already told these niggas. You understand? I called up King Ty. He said, "What's up?" I said, "What's good, my lord?" Listen, he like, listen. These niggas ain't ready for none of this. You understand? I said, listen, if the nigga ain't one West, he ain't got on his arm on his chest. I don't give a fuck about the nigga. It's just me and my niggas. We royalty, yeah.
I got the hammer, you running, man. Come through your window like rubber man. Snapping your neck like a rubber band. Talk to my jaw like the sun is setting. He told me murder you rappers. I fuck us then you vertical actors. Y'all be coming with verbal attackers. I might attack you type physical too. So y'all be rhyming the way y'all be shining. I'm blinding these rappers like Mr. McCool. These haters miserable, we indivisible. Look at these haters like they got no clue. They hold up ones in them W's. Really, bro, don't get too comfortable. If you ain't cut from the cost, co-signed by the boss, then we do not fuck with you. Cause you wouldn't last here. I told you the same shit last year.
Already told.
Keep talking that trash. I have a cop come kick your ass in. Your jaw like glassware. We pull up not rocking no mask there. Don't care if you spot us, you know how you got us. It's over. You saying your last prayer. Go ahead.
Get the most out of here, man. To the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding.
Vertical actors. Come up with verbal attackers. I might attack you like physical too.
To the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just go ahead and start that off. With the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. Let me tell you something. If you're not under commanding General YAHANNA, Jack, you are not in the truth.
Right.
You understand it? You may know you're an Israelite. You may know you're not African, but just know this: your ass is not in the truth either.
That's
unless
right.
you're in the one body of Christ. You
That's
understand?
right.
And today we're gonna talk a little bit about these women. You know, we focus so much on what brotherhood is and what the men should do and how men gotta come together and how men gotta be better leaders and all that. And what we don't do is talk enough about the women.
Right.
Only thing y'all hear that y'all like to say, oh, y'all always talking about multiple wives and y'all call women bitches. Okay, so we ain't gonna address all of that, but we're gonna talk about some women today. First, I want to congratulate my brother sitting on the side of me, man. This brother here is an outstanding brother in this school. You understand? Just been raised up to an office of 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't find another brother more deserving of having this rank raised in the Lord's army. You understand? So now let's go ahead and start this off. We're gonna go to 1 Corinthians 11:3. We're gonna start at verse 1.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 1. Be ye followers of me.
Be ye followers of who?
Be ye followers of me.
See, this is Paul. You understand? Paul is a follower of Christ. Christ is a follower of the Most High. So if we're following now, not when he's saying be followers of him, he's not saying like not follow Christ.
Right.
But if you're following Paul, guess who Paul is following? He's following Christ. So he's telling you to be ye followers of me. Keep reading.
Come, even as I also am of Christ.
See that? He's telling you, if you following me, you're following Christ, which is following the Most High. And that's a term a lot of people outside the truth don't understand that. Like if you ever if you ever get some counsel from General Mahaiman, there's no, well, let me see what Commander Junior Hunter says about it. Because talking to General Mahaiman is talking to Commander Junior Hunter. Why? Because the two of them are one. They're not one person. They're not one entity. They're just on one accord. Right. You understand? Right. So now he's saying, be ye followers of him as he also is followers of Christ. Now, the reason why I'm bringing verse 1 out, because a lot of women outside the truth, y'all like to say, well, that's just what Paul said. Right. Christ ain't say that. Right. The Most High didn't say that. Paul is just a regular man. And those are Paul's words. Right. Well, he's saying, be followers of me as I am a follower of Christ. Let's keep going.
Verse 2. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things.
In some things.
In all things.
In all things.
And keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you.
Paul was telling y'all to keep these traditions. The scriptures say, let all things be done decently and in order. You understand? And running a nation, you have to have order. That's why the Christian church is so chaotic, because they don't have no structure. You understand? Women run the Christian church. You understand? And here, women don't run a goddamn thing but bath water. Right. You understand that? That's all they run. This is a patriarch here. Just like Paul said, keep these ordinances, keep these traditions. Keep reading.
And so like if I may, you understand, like the Christian Israelite groups have problems with this too. You understand what I'm saying? They, they think they get a little knowledge, like what the priest said, and then they want to turn around and think they can lead a group of people, man. Right. You understand? Paul followed Yahushua. You understand? Actually, and Paul took orders from Peter, who was given the authority. You understand? So it always comes back to one man that the Most High deals with. And when you don't understand that order here in the truth, having the truth, your woman's not going to understand that order in the household.
Right. And if I could, like, I'm talking about women, like the wives and the sisters, right. But Paul is a perfect example of what brotherhood is, right. Because Paul had his own thing going. Right. Paul had made a name for himself outside the truth. So when he came in, he got in line, just like all others. He understood that I'm not the highest ranking man, right. Although he was the most studious man, because he knew the law better than all of them. Mm-hmm. You understand? Well, I'm gonna say, I don't know if the scriptures say that, but Paul studied under Gamaliel, mm-hmm. So I know they didn't. So it's safe to say that he would have known more about the law than they would.
He was the only learned apostle.
Now, although he was that, when he came into the truth, he got in line. You understand? Peter was the rock that the school was built on, that the truth was built on. But Paul came through under him. Right. You understand? Now, we got more books of Paul than all the other brothers, because Paul, like I said, he was the one that went to the Gentiles, went to the northern kingdom. Right. You understand? But he understood, although I am greater myself on what I did outside the truth, it's ranking order here. You understand? And that's a lot. Men understand that more than women. So today, women, you're going to get some understanding on that. Good night. Let's go to this next one.
Verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
The head of every man is Christ. So now, Christians don't understand the Bible because they don't understand context. They will go back and say anything that says all men or all nations means it's talking about everybody. You understand? So now, if it says that the head of every man is Christ, is that including the white man? Because it says every man. You understand? It's not talking about every man. It's talking about every nigga in the truth. Right. Every Israelite, every person that this book is giving to. Every one of those men, keep reading.
And the head of every woman is the man.
Salak, you started from the beginning. Salak.
No sweat. It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
And that's exactly how it is in this school. The head of every man here is Christ in the Most High. Keep reading.
And the head of every woman is the man.
Is the who?
Is the man.
But you out here talking about how you don't need a man. You mama and daddy. Right. You understand? You might as well say you the goddamn Alpha and Omega. Right. You understand? But the Bible say that the head of every woman is the man. This is Bible. This is scripture. This ain't got nothing to do with how Officer Malakwa wants to be done. The Bible said that the head of every woman is the man.
Right.
Keep reading.
And Salaki, real quick, if they can get, I mean, if they get that confused with every man, I mean, you can just go back to verse 2. You understand? And now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things and keep the ordinances.
Right.
You understand? So we just go back up a chapter. We can show you real quick that these ordinances weren't given unto every man. You understand me?
Yes, I delivered them to you.
That's right.
You understand?
And we can pull most scriptures and precepts to prove that the ordinances that Paul delivered to every man were Israelites.
Right. Go ahead and finish that out.
And the head of Christ is God.
So now everything that Christ tells you is of the Most High.
Right.
Everything that Paul tells you is of Christ.
Right.
You understand? So now when we bring that in today's term, because neither one of us are Paul, Matthew, Peter, John, and anything like that. So in today's term, anything that okay, Christ is over commanding Judah Yohanan.
That's right.
So you got the Most High, you got Christ and the angels, and then you got commanding Judah Yohanan. You understand? He follows Christ, we follow him because he's following Christ. You understand? That is rank and order. That is how it always been done. Commanding Judah Yohanan is the man that was picked and chosen to lead this nation, just like Christ was, and just like now you got the disciples that was leading. So now, the head of every man is Christ. The head of Christ is the Most High.
Right.
But the head of that woman is the man.
Damn right.
So that means you're not the head of yourself. You understand? You don't make the decisions. You don't run anything. You understand? And it's a reason for that. Now, Kevin Collins, I posted something real heavy today on Facebook. He said you can't lead the woman that you're chasing.
Nice.
You understand? You cannot lead the woman that you're chasing. You don't care for that, man. You can't. You can't, man. Now, there was another wise man. I don't know if it's in the book or not. You know what I'm saying? But there was another wise man in history that he said players get chose.
Right.
You understand? Don't chase her because you are the prize.
Right.
You the nigga that when she gets, she's gonna stay with. Well, you gonna at least stay with her. You understand? So let's go some more. Let's get to we got the pocket from here. Where is it? Hey, you want get
Well, I got it on my phone.
You can put it wherever you want to put it up at.
I got it. Wow.
Go ahead, look for it while you look on the phone.
What scripture you got?
Ecclesiasticus 25:1.
Oh yeah. I got that one. In the Apocrypha, the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 1. In 3 things I was beautified and stood up beautiful before God and men. The unity of brethren.
Now he said he has how many things that was beautified? He said 3 things.
Said 3.
He said 3. Now give us that first one.
Kind. Before God and men. The unity of brethren.
The unity of who?
Brethren.
The unity of brethren is beautiful to the Most High.
Right.
And the brothers have that here.
That's right.
You understand? We have brotherhood here. Get a Lord a hand for that. Like you ain't never heard nobody say we got to work on our brotherhood.
Right.
Now the brotherhood is solid. You understand? Because you know why? Because we have rank and order. It has to be solid. You understand? And you can't be having an art with a nigga that you expect folks to take a bullet for you. You understand? Now when it comes to the sisters, that's the point. Because none of y'all have rank.
Right.
You understand? You are commanding Judah Yohanan's rib. That's it.
Right.
Just like that, whoever his rib is and my rib, they got the same rank, which is no rank at all. You understand? A princess in the truth. That is all you are. No rank. So now with y'all not having any rank, that's the thing that kind of, creates a gray area. Because no woman can give another woman an order. Why? Because y'all don't have any rank. Right. Now, an officer of 50 takes orders from an officer of 500. That's ranking order. You understand? So now the brotherhood is already beautified in the Most High because we have that here. Keep reading.
The love of neighbors.
The love of who?
Neighbors.
And none of us, we don't all live in the same house. So we love all our people, all our neighbors, meaning all the Israelites. That's why we do this. That's why we go to camp. We stand out on camp for what, 8-9 hours in the sun? Right. You understand? And the rain. It don't snow, but if it did and we got the green light to go, we would be out there. Right. You know what I'm saying? We do that for the love of our neighbors. Keep reading.
A man and a wife that agree together.
That do what together?
That agree together.
So now he didn't say it's just the love of a man and a wife. No, he say the love of that they agree together. Now we're talking about a man and a woman in the truth, though. We're not talking about somebody in the world, because in the world there is no standard. Right. In the world there's just chaos. Order is not a byproduct of chaos. You understand? So we're not talking about somebody that's in the world. We're talking about people in the truth. Right. Like we on social media, we see it. Like all the backbiting, all the secret group chat I want to form, all the, the first wife this, the second wife that. You understand? And not agreeing with your husband. I understand we the Israelites, but that multiple wives stuff, that ain't for me.
And the makeup and the breakups.
You understand? And you claim you're supposed to be commanding Junior Hunter's daughter? Right. Some man is gonna pay a dowry for that? Good. Your dowry gotta be 32 cents. Good. Nice. With an attitude like that. You understand? That's why I say a man and a wife that agree together. What is that agreement? We understand that we both have a system of order to follow. These ordinances of Paul, meaning I am over you. You understand? I make the final decisions. Now, this is a blanket term statement. Everybody's marriage is going to be different. You know what I'm saying? I like to use mine for an example. I run everything in my house. But knowing that I am the one who gives all the orders, I know that I don't have to do this by myself. You understand? She's a helpmate. So it's certain areas that she's better in than I am. For example, cooking. You understand? I don't cook a lot. I say that. I don't cook a lot. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to feeding the family, I don't have to tell her what to do. You understand? She has things that she knows she takes care of. So, but it's been delegated though. And sometimes she'll still ask me, like, what do you want? What do you want? I'm like, look, whatever you do. You know what I eat, you know what your son eat, you know what I'm saying? You already know that. When it comes down to school, she handles that. Pretty much when it comes down to anything with my son, and it's come down to discipline, she handles it. When it comes to homework, she does. Not that I can't do it. I can definitely do it, but she's the nurturer. You understand? Like the patience, she would have more patience for it in teaching my son. So she does that. But it's under my direction. You understand? And if the food don't taste right, I say something. We correct it. If I don't like the way she's talking to him when she's teaching him, I say something and I correct that. But I'm smart enough or wise enough to know that she's here to help me. I don't have to do everything by myself. So now, although I am the chief, I still let her run the things that she runs under my authority, though. And that's wisdom. You understand? And the Bible say that he is beautified when a man and a wife are in agreement together. That's right. Got something to say on that? No, I'm saying, do you have something?
Oh yeah, man. Shalaki, if I may. I mean, it's a beautiful thing when a household runs in that order, man. Right. You understand me? I mean, it pleases the God of the Bible, man. Right. When a man is the head and the woman follows after in all submission unto her husband, man. You understand what I'm saying? It's just a glorious thing to see, man. I mean, that vision right there could bring brothers and sisters into the school, man. Right. Especially if their household is filled with chaos.
Right. And see, and again, this is talking about people in the truth. Right. Know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get to some of these people in the world, these women in the world. Salakia. Drop down to verse 21. Know what I'm saying? This is the book of Ecclesiastes. This is the book of wisdom. You understand? They removed this out of the Bible. Right. They didn't want niggas to have this wisdom. Right. You understand? And if niggas had this wisdom, your baby mama would be different today.
That's right.
Read that for me.
All right. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha, chapter 25, verse 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman.
Stumble not at what?
At the beauty of a woman.
And what else?
And desire her not for pleasure.
See, now, when you out here in the world, you understand? Camp is done. You out here on your slave, whatever job. You might have a job to where you work in customer service. So you're seeing all type of people or women in the world. Let me tell you something. Them women are beautiful. You understand? The long hairs, the body right and all that. You got, she got a donk and all that. You know what I'm saying? But the Bible saying, stumble not at that beauty. Right. Why wouldn't you? Why should you? I'm gonna tell you something. Like I drive buses, so I'm around the public all day long. Right. And I see some bad ones at the bus stops, getting on the bus, catching Ubers, getting dropped off at transit centers and everything. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what I do. I'll be like, damn, she got a donk. But I bet she celebrate birthdays.
Right.
I'm not dealing with that. Why would I subject myself to that? Yes, she's fine, but she eats pork. Right. Why would I subject myself to that? This is a New Year celebrating dime.
Right.
Why would I even subject myself to it? I don't stumble at their beauty. You understand? Because I know it's better for those who fear the Lord. And these women in the world do not fear the Lord. Keep reading.
Right. And so lock it real quick.
Go ahead.
You understand me? Jim Muhammad always drops something heavy, man. He said that, you understand, why join a harlot to your brothers, man? If this is the one body of Christ, man, you understand, and you know that this woman here rather do all manner of wickedness that does not please the Lord. You understand? More than likely, she would, if she don't want to do what pleases the Most High, you think she's going to do what you ask her to do to please you? No, sir. You understand me? This is why we do this thing in spirit and in truth, man. And we go by these commandments, man. And most importantly, man, we follow that 6 month probation, that 6 months rule.
Right, that 1 year rule.
Doc, that 1 year rule. Good night. That will save your life, black man.
And if I could, that's why. And then it says, and desire her not for pleasure. Right. If you're gonna pick a wife just for some pleasure out, that's how you're gonna be out here with the two baby mamas and both of them got you on child support. Right. You understand? Do not stumble at her beauty and do not desire her for pleasure. That's why we had that 1 year rule here. If you're in a UPK desiring your sisters for pleasure, then you're doing it wrong. You know what I'm saying? You need to pick that woman based on the character of her, not about how much she will please you. Right. You understand? If you ain't got enough, you can read the next one. Unless you got something else.
No sweat. Verse 22. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, prudence, and much reproach.
And that's those women in that world. She's going to try to maintain you. Right. She's gonna tell you, oh, you ain't having multiple wives. Look, I don't give a damn what you're doing Saturdays, but this multiple wife thing, I ain't going for that. You know what I'm saying? What they say, my mama ain't raised no food. You know what I'm saying? This is when it comes to dealing with these sisters in the world. Meaning, if you're a sister in the truth, this shouldn't even apply to you. You understand? Like, you've already given your life to Christ. You done already became a new creature. You cannot become a new creature but hold on to the old ways or the old principles of society, of the world that the Lord brought you out of. You can't be a woman in the truth and still feel like women in the world, where I don't want to share no man. You don't want to share no man because you was raised in a society where you're not supposed to share a man. It's supposed to just be you and him. That's why you don't want to share him. You know what I'm saying? But you said that you are born again. Old things pass away and all things become new. How can you be born again with those same principles or viewpoints or that Americanized or Western civilization view on what a marriage is? You can't be born again. So when it says a woman, if she maintain her husband, meaning if she's the one out here delegating what you're gonna do. I seen one post where a woman wrote a sister in the inbox trying to find her husband another wife. You know what I'm saying? I see people on there talking about, oh, that's righteous and all that. But no, it's not. You understand? Like the man has to deal with this woman forever. Now, there's another brother who kind of gave me some wisdom on that. I ain't gonna say his name, you know what I'm saying? But he was like, you know, my rib like Jill Scott. Know what I'm saying? If she try to bring Jill Scott home to me because she likes her, I'm no deal because I gotta like Jill Scott. Know what I'm saying? I'm the one that gotta deal with her forever. My rib don't. Know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, is it unlawful for a woman to find her husband or wife? No, I'm not saying it's unlawful. What I am saying that is not wise. You understand? If a woman just come in there and she be like, yeah, I got her for you. This is Kimberly. I want you to marry her. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm first of all, if you even bring that to me, I haven't been doing my job because finding a wife is my job to do, not yours. You understand? So now, let's go to want to read 23? Go ahead, read 23.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 23. A wicked woman abideth the courage.
The what?
Abateth the courage.
Mm-hmm.
A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance, and a wounded heart.
And a wounded what?
A wounded heart.
Keep reading.
A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
See, that woman you get in that world, she's on the world's team.
Right.
The world is whooping your ass. So who team you think she's on? She's gonna continue doing it. Right. That's the woman you come home to when you've been fighting the white man all day. Then you gotta come home and fight your woman. How many women did you marry today since you can have as many as you want? Right. Every damn day she asks if you married somebody. You understand? Like that is not a righteous woman, and that spirit should not be in this school. Right. But we see it. And if I see it, I know the generals know it because General Muhammad know your goddamn dreams. That's right. You understand? So ain't no hiding that. Trust me, he told me that and I believe him. Right. Know what I'm saying? That spirit, it has to go. Right. We cannot get the kingdom here if women here are acting like women out there. What's the point then? What's the point of you coming to the truth to maintain what you believed in the world? Right. Well, now we're gonna get on to what you're supposed to be believing. Let's go to the next chapter, 26:1.
Oh, sweat. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. Chapter 26, verse 1. Blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife.
That has what?
A virtuous wife.
I'm going to tell you something. If a man has a virtuous wife, the Bible says he is blessed. Right. You understand? That is what the blessing is. Having a virtuous wife. It didn't say a wife that's rich. It didn't say a wife with the biggest dome or the best breast or none of that. It's talking about a virtuous woman, a woman with some skill and know how to use that skill for the truth. Right. You understand? Keep reading.
For the number of his days shall be double.
Let me tell you something. You will live a long time. You worried about cholesterol killing you. These women killing you. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? The doctors can't even find that. All your blood right. Go to the autopsy. Why does nigga die at 33? His stress levels is high as hell. They don't know what the problem is. It's the woman. Right. A wicked woman is shortening your lifespan. You understand? But a virtuous woman, your days will be doubled. Keep reading.
Verse 2. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband.
She does what?
Rejoiceth her husband.
Let me tell you something. If you on Facebook talking down about your husband, I got news for you, sis. You are not virtuous. You understand? And a lot of y'all think, oh yeah, I'm a princess. I'm Commanding Junior Hunter's daughter. No, Commanding Junior Hunter's daughters don't do that. Right. Trust me, I know. I have two of Commanding Junior Hunter's daughters. Barakatah Yahweh Shah for that. And they don't talk down on their husbands. You understand? Or their husbands. You know what I'm saying? I know other sisters, like this brother right here. He got Commanding Junior Hunter's daughters. And they are virtuous. You understand? Look, if I could. Look at this brother. Right. Fringes on the shirt, officer name on his back. His wife made that. Right. She's virtuous. So if she's virtuous, what does that mean she is to him? A blessing. Right. You understand? Because a virtuous woman is a blessing to a man, and his days will live long. That's right. Or it's like it shall be double. Now you say, and a virtuous woman rejoices with her husband. Keep reading.
And he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace.
And what?
Fulfill the years of his life in peace.
Let me tell you something. Peace, like peace. Money doesn't move me like that, like it used to. Having a bunch of money ain't really just that how my agenda anymore. Having a bunch of peace, oh, I'll die for that.
Right.
Talking about some peace, like some come home and some non-arguments.
Right.
Oh, I'm definitely with that. You understand? I am with the. You can't buy peace.
Right.
Ain't no way you can go to. How much peace costs today? You can go.
Walmart don't sell peace.
Yeah, ain't no rollback on peace.
Ain't no rollback.
Ain't no Groupon on peace.
Right.
You understand? Peace comes from a virtuous woman, and that peace is a blessing. And see, you don't. I'm not gonna say that. Be your man's peace.
Right.
Sis. You came into the school, you done gave your life to Christ, you done became a new creature, but you still had those old habits.
Right.
Let me tell you something. All that, Salakia, yeah, the demon. Y'all know the demon just got on me. Look, see, we don't give a damn about those demons.
That's right.
You understand? Like if those demons are making you take a hold of your man's Facebook page and write all kind of dumbass stuff on them, then we have failed.
Right.
Because we're supposed to be able to fight your demons.
Right.
What's the difference between you and a woman in the world? If you can't control your damn demons, you're supposed to come to class. We got classes Monday, Tuesday, in Houston, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can't tell me that you won't be able to, you ain't got enough time to learn how to fight your demons. Nobody wants to hear you say Salakia. No. Salute to the sisters who still fight the same demons, but it's not on social media.
Right.
You understand? All sisters have them. The problem is the ones who are commanding Judah and Hannah's daughters, they learn how to fight them. They go seek counsel for their demons, not attention.
Right.
You understand? And that's the difference. Now, it's supposed to be every woman in the truth. But sometimes it is what it is. And I guess you ain't been here enough winners.
Right.
You understand?
And so like a real quick, if I may, man, the big point here, man, is and what every man in the truth should be able to bring out is that if you do what you need to do in this truth, man, and you I don't want the men above you, Doc, you should expect nothing less at your house, brother. You understand me? Like that's all a man of the Lord should hear, man.
I'm so glad you said a man of the Lord. Keep reading.
Verse 3. A good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord.
That do what?
That fear the Lord.
Good men of the Lord, fear the Lord. And that virtuous woman is going to be a gift for you. You understand? So sometimes you might have to look at yourself out. You might have to look at yourself and say, like, damn, am I fearing the Lord? Because the bitch I got, Salakia, is not a good portion. You understand? That means you didn't use either you didn't use no wisdom or you have some work to do.
That's right.
That's why I say a good woman is portion for a man that feareth the Lord. Right. How do you fear the Lord? That means you fear the men above you. You follow those damn orders.
That's right.
You understand? You cannot be out here talking about how I ain't doing this and I ain't doing that, and then get home and be mad when your subordinate tells you I ain't doing this and I ain't doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you want to get on social media and talk about how wicked your woman is. No, nigga. Sometimes you got to look in the mirror. You understand? That's why I strive every day to be the man that I tell people on Facebook that I am. Right. To be the man that when I'm on the street corner saying I'm a man of the Lord in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, I want to actually be that. I can't fake that.
That's right.
You understand? Like everywhere I go, I have integrity. I be like, damn, I could do this, and my brothers wouldn't even know. But you know who would know? Christ and the Most High. And General Muhammad, to my knowledge. I don't know, man. General Muhammad know every damn thing.
He knows.
You understand? That's how I live it. I live like, man, General Muhammad is going to know I did this.
That's right.
And when I meet him and I salute him, he's going to look me in the eye, and I'm going to know he knows.
That's right.
You understand? He's such a brother. He not even going to tell me he knows, but I'm going to know he knows.
Right.
You understand? That integrity, that desire to want to be a, what you call it? A real nigga, man.
Hashtag.
That's real right. Niggas, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all just want to be real niggas on Facebook.
Right.
That's it. Facebook ain't real, huh?
Right.
That's something that anybody can be whatever they want to be on Facebook. Right. You can be the most righteous sister on Facebook and be a goddamn dragon at the house.
Right.
You understand? I'd rather you be good at home and a dragon on Facebook. Because I can just make you log out. You understand? But you on Facebook making it seem like you that woman. I'm that virtuous. You understand? But you not. And the Most High knows it, and Christ knows it, and again, Jeremiah knows it. You understand? Keep reading.
Right. And Salaka, real quick, brothers, what you gotta understand is your rib is an extension and a mirror image of you, man. You understand? Adam said that he be let a man cleave unto his wife, man. You understand that they become one flesh, man. So you understand what you do, like Jim Muhammad brought out, man. You got to train your women, man, to be able to bring you peace, man. You understand what I'm saying? But if you being a hellish bastard, man, you only gonna get back what you give, man. You understand? But if you being righteous, man, and you lift your woman up, good night. She gonna lift you up, doc. Pat on the backside every now and again. Tell her how good she looked, man. Tell her thank you, baby, for doing this. Thank you, baby, for doing that. You understand what I'm saying? You know, that's the type of, that's not the type of pat on the back you want. But you know what I'm saying? That's what a man in the truth needs too from his high ranking men. You understand me?
And if I could, like a lot of, especially like a lot of the newer, younger brothers that's in the truth, you know what I'm saying? They so focused on being that warrior. Right. You know what I'm saying? That warrior out there. And don't get me wrong, life is about warfare. Ain't nothing wrong with warfare. But your woman is not a soldier. That's right. You understand? You can't deal with your rib like you deal with a brother under you. You know what I'm saying? You need to love. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Keep reading.
So like it real quick. One more thing, real quick, man. When Commander Junior Hanna blesses and ordains your marriage to Christ, you understand? He says to comfort her and correct her, man. You understand what I'm saying? And you just gotta seek counsel on how to be a great comforter unto your rib as well. Where we at? Verse 2? Verse 4? Fine. Verse 4, whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart toward the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance.
You see that here? Like the brothers in this school ain't rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't even desire to be rich. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because like in my slave, like I'm not trying to move up. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to work more hours. I wish I could work less. Right. You know what I'm saying? And still get the same bread. Like I have no aspirations of being rich off a slave, because that's not a blessing to me. If I just so happen to move up and become manager, you'll never see me on Facebook and say, Barakatah Yahweh for giving me this blessing, because a slave is not a blessing. Right. I have a slave to pay bills. That's it. And the reason why I have one to pay bills, so it eases the burden of commanding Junior Hanna from paying mine, and maybe he can give it to somebody who can't get a slave. That's right. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got a job. So I can pay. That's brotherhood. You understand? So I can pay some bills. Anything that I get that furthers me in a financial bracket, I want that to come from the Lord. Because that way I know a slave, I didn't do it for a slave, or a slave didn't grant it, the Lord did. So if I get anything moved up to where I'm in a higher tax bracket, then I know it's coming from the Lord. That means I'll be able to do some work at home. So that means I can do more work in the school. That's right. If I become a manager and got to pick up 6 or 7 more hours a day, how is that a blessing? Because I got to come in and teach. I got to go to camp. You know what I'm saying? I got to be able to, well, we don't counsel, but I got to be able to, advise some of my brothers, answer some of these scripture questions. You know what I'm saying? Anything that takes me away from that is not a blessing. So I don't even focus on trying to move up with a slave. No, I'm not doing that. I just got the slave to pay my bills. Any increases outside of that is going to come from the Lord. And hopefully that brings me closer to the work, to the school, rather than more time at the slavery. Right. Keep reading.
Verse 5. There be 3 things that my heart feareth.
Now, we read in the last chapter that it was 3 things that beautified the Lord. Whether it been brotherhood, loving your neighbor, and a man and a woman that agree together. These are things that he feared. Keep reading.
Right. And for the 4th, I was sore afraid. Mm-hmm. The slander of a city, mm-hmm. The gathering together of unruly multitude.
We see that.
And a false accusation.
And a what?
False accusation.
A false accusation. Let me tell you something. Social media is filled with those. Y'all cannot. That demon in your head be like, go ahead and say it. All you niggas in the truth ain't nothing.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? Like you come here and you be wicked and you get kicked out for whatever reason you get kicked out for. Now all of a sudden all the niggas in the school ain't nothing. Now all of a sudden none of the brothers loved you.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? And the brotherhood is so real here. And I'm still learning. So I'm gonna talk about the men who have, more winners than me. Like brothers like Captain Coxside. Niggas was sleeping on his floor. Know what I'm saying? Now he done left the truth and now the UPK don't got no brotherhood. But he only bring it out when when a nigga say nigga ain't never done nothing for him.
Right.
Other than that, Captain Coxside wouldn't have said a word.
Right.
You understand? And I want to give another brother a hand. Not to Ash. Like that is the ultimate brother. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I first came into the truth, it was a nigga that had left the school and was talking noise on a post, and I had some screenshots from another post, so I dropped him. And not just hit me up and was like, brother, you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Take them down because you never know if that brother comes back into the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's real brotherhood, and that is beautified in the Lord. But these three things here, that false accusation now, that is bad. And and it's happening a lot, just like even with Captain Zaria. You know what I'm saying? Then what happens when the truth come out? Now everybody want to shut up.
It's quiet.
And now it's quiet. When the truth come out that we don't beat our women,
right.
Now is keep that same energy.
Ain't no Salakias.
No Salakias. No, we was wrong. You know what I'm saying? You done made 13,000 videos on how we beat women and murdering women. And when you come and find out that the source that we told you was a damn lie, it's a lie. Now it's like, oh, brother, I had made a status and said that, we apologize. But goddamn, we made 13,000 videos accusing me. Right. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this is people that are not in the truth. Keep reading.
All these are worse than death.
They are what?
Worse than death.
So dying is nothing to getting your name lied upon.
Good night.
You understand? You losing your life is second to being lied on.
Right.
False accusations. You know what I'm saying? Because you can kill me one time physically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But every time you speak a lie about me, you kill my character. Every time. You know what I'm saying? So that's keep on reading though.
Come on. Verse 6. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman.
That is what?
Jealous over another woman.
Let me tell you something. That is bad. You're supposed to keep sisterhood at all times. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be in the truth looking at another woman like, she want my husband.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The husband is not your possession. Right. You are his possession.
Good.
You understand?
Nice.
And the crazy part about it is it's the sister that got the good man.
Right.
You got a good man. He got some rank in the school. He doing the work of the Lord. He's an outstanding brother. He helping old ladies cross the street. You know what I'm saying? You don't think another sister want that?
Right.
You don't think another sister who has no protection doesn't want that? For the same reasons you love your man, that next woman loves them too. You understand? And it says, and read it again.
Verse 6. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman.
You should never be jealous over another woman, especially and this is in particular your husband's other real. Right. That is your sister. You understand? Now we don't use the term sister wives or anything like that, but we are brothers and sisters in this truth. Right. In this nation. That woman is your sister. She just don't happen to like exactly what you like, which is your husband. You understand? And it's gonna be more women who like him too. And it's going to be up to him if he's taking applications or not. That's right. Keep reading.
And a scourge of the tongue which communicateth with all.
And you telling all the other sisters about it. You out here, you so much. The only reason why you don't like this sister is because that sister likes your husband. Good night. That is not the spirit of a sister that is in the truth. You understand? Now, I'm not saying that you have to, y'all got to go to the mall together and set up surprise dates with him and all that. We ain't saying that. You know what I'm saying? But to be jealous over her and to hate her because she loves your husband or y'all's husband, that is unrighteous. You understand? You should love your sister, especially the one that now don't focus on who out here loving your man, why don't you just focus on the love you have for your man? You know what I'm saying? If it's 4 y'all sharing one man, why don't you try to be the favorite? That's not unlawful. You understand? Don't put your sisters down for you to stand up. You just let your light shine. You know what I'm saying? And if you do that, trust me, you don't got to worry about no other women. You know what I'm saying? Your husband's going to make you feel like you're the only one, even though you know you're not the only one. And leave that to the prophets. We got good gifts. You understand? We can make that happen. You know we at Passover, and there's 6 of us. But when we at home, you understand that you the only one. Don't worry about how that we can get that part done. You just do your part and focus on being a good sister and a good wife.
And if I may, man, like not only you need to worry about the love that your man has for you, but you got a whole household that you gotta keep.
Right.
You understand me? Like, good night. The responsibility is high in this devil's kingdom, man. You understand me? So, sister, just do what you need to do, man. Just do what you need to do. And so when your man come home, there's peace, man.
Right.
You understand? Above all things, just make it peaceful for that man. You understand? And you'll be surprised what that man will do. You understand?
Let's go to one of my favorites. 1 Timothy 2:11. You understand? 1 Timothy 2:11. Oh yeah. Bam.
It's the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
With some subjection.
With all subjection.
Let me tell you something. Shut your goddamn mouth.
Right.
You understand? Like, just now, and I'm going to provide some more context for that because a lot of brothers don't, and they don't have to, but I'll provide some context. If something happened to my son, I'm not telling you to shut up and don't say anything to me.
Right.
You understand? Like, we're not saying that you shouldn't speak at all. What we are saying is you still just need to shut up. And your silence shouldn't be loud. You understand? If you're shutting up, just shut. Like only time you're shutting up is when you're eating. So that means I gotta feed your ass all goddamn day. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I can make sure you're shutting up in all subjection. Go ahead. I know you got something on that.
I mean, good night, man. I mean, that scripture is very self-explanatory.
Right.
But I mean, to bring it out that way and let a sister know, like, you know, because you know how women do. Women will be like, oh yeah, you want me to shut up, huh? Right. Well, I'm gonna shut up to the fullest. I'm gonna shut up about everything. You understand, sister? Come on now. You understand? Let's practice wisdom, man. You understand me? Because I mean, and the only reason why your man will even have to pull this scripture if you're not shutting up, man.
Right.
You understand? If you're doing something to disrupt the peace, and your man gotta let you know in a lion-like manner to shut your mouth, just know that you brought that on you, eh?
Right.
You understand? A righteous man, he's always gonna want peace, especially in his household. I shouldn't have to war inside my house. You understand? So, sisters, you work on that aspect, man, and you'll see, because there's 2 sides of the Most High, man.
It is.
You understand what I'm saying? And a righteous man of the Lord is going to practice that.
Right.
You understand? So if you want to be a battle axe, that dog, you dealing with the right priests and prophets of the Lord. You understand me? And you will lose.
Now, and let me take up for my sisters. You know what I'm saying? My sisters in the truth. A lot of my sisters in the truth, they understand this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they understand because they got excellent husbands. And if they're not, if they're single, unmarried or anything, they got excellent teachers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They understand that they should learn in all subjection. Now, it has been people I've seen on there, women on there trying to teach. You know what I'm saying? And if you have a woman with that kind of spirit, that's a testament to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have joined yourself to no woman like that. But read the next part.
Verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach.
He did what?
Suffer a woman not to teach.
You should not be teaching anything when it comes to these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to, yeah, you saying what is it in Isaiah 4:1? 7 women should take hold of 1 man, right. Saying, let us just be called by thy name. I had this one sister tell me, that means just get the last name. How do you get the last name? It's by marriage.
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like she's saying, like, now you just gonna adopt 7 women. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Y'all come over here. Y'all last name gonna be Malakwa. And we just gonna all be friends. And like, no, that is not what that means. You understand? But you don't understand that because you're trying to teach. And the Bible say, I suffer not for a woman to teach. You understand? And we got these Christian pastor women out here. I just seen Commander General Hunter speak on that. How you gonna be a pastor teaching at church and you unclean?
Right.
You on your goddamn minstrel. Right. You understand? You ain't putting all your scriptures out of context because you mad. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're cramping up, you're really ready to go. Everywhere you sit is unclean now, and you got the congregation following you. Right. That's wicked. Understand? But y'all keep reading.
And if I may, real quick, not only that, but the scriptures also tell us that the wisdom was not given unto the woman.
It was not given.
You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, sis, like, just relax and listen to a righteous man. And if you need to get that counsel, ask your man first for counsel.
And if I could, so here's the problem. When you tell a woman that she has to listen to her man and be in subjection or be in silence in all subjection, they got a problem with that. Right. Why would you have a problem with that if this the man you opened your legs to? Good. Nice. You can't follow your man? Right. If you can't follow your man, then you opened your legs to the wrong person. You understand? Like sex is marriage. If you can't give all the decision making to this man, do not give him the box. Right. You understand? If he's not worthy to lead your life, he should not be worthy of your box. Right. But in the world, you such a whore. You just want the pleasure. You want the pleasure of a man with without giving him none of the responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? Or the responsibilities or the authority. He don't got no authority. A man can't tell me what to do, but all night he's telling you to put your legs like this. Right. Turn over here. Turn these lights on and bend like this. He can order you then. Then you ain't got a problem taking orders. But when he tell you to take this picture down and stop looking like a hoe on Facebook, now all of a sudden, can't no man tell me what to do. Right. You ain't my daddy. Let me tell you something. If I was your daddy, or if your daddy did this damn job, I wouldn't have to tell you that being a whore is wrong. Right. You would already know. I don't have to tell you that twerking on Instagram is wrong. You would already know. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 13. For Adam was first formed, then Eve.
Go back to 12. I don't think you finished it.
Okay. Book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence.
To be in what?
Silence.
Stop trying to rule your household. You're not the man. You understand? You have no, and that's why I brought out the situation of how me and my wife do. She runs little, like, I always say it's not my department. You know what I'm saying? Like, she be like, oh, we need to do this. And I'm like, look, that ain't my department. You understand? So she runs things. She got little things that she does, but it's under the authority that I give her. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not the wisest. I'm trying to get there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stay in counsel, stay getting advice from General Hyman, and stay getting checked from Captain Tazariak. You understand? I'm trying to gain that wisdom. And it's wise for me to trust the woman I lay down with. Right. Same thing for a brother. Why would I join myself to a woman who I can't trust her decision making? Right. I can't trust that she can cook some food or teach my son what's 1 + 1 or anything like that. Why? Why would I not let her have, be over something? Certain things she just know more about than I do. Like, I don't know anything about, I grocery shop one time. And I did it one time and I messed everything up. You understand? Like, I just couldn't do it right. So why not let her do that? She's better at it. You understand? For a brother who has to run everything and micromanage everything, that says something about you. Either you can't pick a rib or you just insecure and just have to be the nigga to do everything. Right. She's a helpmate for a reason. Let her help you. You understand? And I definitely let her. I use my office well. You know what I'm saying? The least I can do, that's what I'm going to do. If you know how to do that, well, you go ahead and do it then. I damn near had her file my taxes. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because, that's her area. If she's smart and good at doing things, why not let her do it? Now, here's the thing. If I say we're not going to do it like that, we're not going to do it like that. But it better work.
That's
It better work. Because if I do it like that and we do it wrong, she's gonna let me know. And I'm gonna feel like, you know what? I should and it was something that happened. I'm glad I forgot, because if I remember, I would have brought it up that I shouldn't have done, and we should have followed her way. But most high in Christ, I forgot it.
Salaki, if I may, real quick. I mean, they usurp authority, man, and that goes even for the smallest things.
Right.
Man. You understand what I'm saying? So, brother, you could be saying, well, you know what? I think we're gonna do it this way. But then if she said, but no, I don't want. No, look, if I didn't say it, this is the way we're going to do it. All I need to hear is a con out of one con, man.
Right.
You understand? I mean, ain't no salakis to it, man. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, let the Most High deal with me, man. You understand? Like with King David, right? When King David laid with Bathsheba, man. You understand what I'm saying? In his era, right? The scriptures say a whole year went by. Then the Lord, nobody said nothing to King David for a whole year. Then the Most High came to David and let him know he was wrong. Sister, that's your role. You let the Most High deal with that man. You understand? It's not your job to try to correct your husband, man. You understand what I'm saying? Let the Most High do it. You just follow his orders, man.
And that's how you get home. That's how you get peace in your home. Following his orders. Now, if he is wrong, the Lord is going to deal with him.
Right.
You understand? And trust me, it ain't nothing you're going to be able to do that's going to be worse than what the Lord is going to do to him. Right. You understand? Let's let nature take its course. And to show you how righteous the brothers in the school are, it's sisters in the school who don't have a husband that are in this school, right, that are in the truth. And guess what? That man that you follow, that you joined yourself to, that's in the world, sis, he runs you too. You understand? This ain't nowhere in the Bible do we read anything about being in subjection to a righteous man. It didn't say that. It just said man, period. Right. You understand? And if you understood that, that keeps your man out of harm. That means when my woman is at work, she's not out here trying to rule over a man. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're a manager, that's different. We're not saying a woman cannot be a manager. That's idiot. That is simple to believe that. But what we are saying is my woman shouldn't be at work arguing with another nigga. You understand why? Because that brings me into it. Because he's going to say something that you don't like, and you're going to tell me, and all I'm going to want to do is whoop ass. Now, that's the world in me. Obviously, me being in the truth, you know, we got to hit a conclusion of the matter. You know what I'm saying? But it brings the man involved into it when you don't have to. You shouldn't be rebellious or argumentative with any man, period. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be your husband, your brother, or a stranger on the street, you should be in subjection to that man. Not saying you should do everything a stranger says, but don't always be in contention with a man just because he ain't your husband or he not in the UPK. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, who is you? This and that. Well, my brothers do this. My husband do that. You don't need to do none of that. Just no sweat, sir, or no sweat, bro, or whatever, however you want to say it. Be sweet and be a woman in all things.
I mean, and not only do our sisters have, you know what I'm saying, that they have husbands that's not in the truth.
Right.
You understand? And also that might be in a fake Israelite group. You understand me? But they gonna listen to their husband in righteousness, though. Yeah, right. You understand what I'm saying? And they will get counsel from their captain, though. And figure out, okay, I can't, they will, my Lord, I'm not gonna be able to do that. You understand? The Passover was on April the 22nd. Right. I'm not gonna be able to go to this Passover you have 2 weeks before or 3 weeks later. We ain't going to do it.
Let's get into 1 Corinthians 14 and 33. We're gonna read to 35.
We're gonna read to 35. Come. No sweat. It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14, verse 33. For the power is not the author of confusion.
The Lord is not the author of confusion. You understand? And everything in the Christian church is confusion. Hell, you got Halloween decoration, you got Thanksgiving in there, you got they in there wearing green for St. Patrick's Day in church. know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. The Lord is not the author of any confusion. Keep reading.
Right, real quick. I mean, Salaki, real quick. I mean, this is a great. You understand? It's a great precept for when sisters. You say, "Well, I'm depressed and dealing with this life and that life." But look, man, the Lord is not the author of confusion. Right. So that spirit or that thing that you're dealing with, we know for sure that that's a demon, man. You understand what I'm saying? The God of the Bible didn't put that on you to confuse you. Right. If there's any spirit, sister, that is telling you to question or what is this man doing? Anything like that, to disrespect your man or usurp your authority over your man, that is not the spirit of the Lord. That's of an author of another book, man. But of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
Keep reading.
Verse 34, let your woman keep silent in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak.
See, you shut up. You know what I'm saying, sis? Like, you're talking too much. Your opinion is too strong around these streets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shut up. Like, everything don't have to go your way. Everything don't have to be exactly how you think it should be. Sisters don't have to act exactly how you think a sister should be. See, the Bible teaches a man how to raise a woman.
Right.
We know how to raise a woman. Not you. Why? Because all of y'all are children. You know what I'm saying? You act just like kids. When you don't get your way, you can't tell you the truth or not. You understand? Right. Your husband get another wife, here you go. Back in the world. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
But the command be under obedience.
Be under what?
Obedience. As also saith the law.
You have to obey your man.
Right.
You understand? Like if you have a problem with these words, you got a problem with the Lord.
That's right.
Obey your man. You know what I'm saying? Like I call my wife, right? She answers the phone, and she says Salaki or sir. Like anytime she talks to me, it's sir. Her coworker was like, you tell sir to your husband? Like, yeah, maybe you should try it. You know what I'm saying? What's so wrong with respecting the man you're laying with? I can have the box, but I can't get the sir.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you can buy the box, or you can get the box, but the respect sold separately.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what our women have been subjected to now. That's how far y'all have fallen on the morality scale. She got a problem with a woman calling her husband sir. God damn, she can't respect her man. Right. If the manager came in here, or the floor manager coming here, you gonna say sir to him. But the man that you're giving your body to, you don't have to respect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's women in the world.
Right.
You understand? It should be nothing wrong with a woman in the truth calling her husband sir, calling him Lord, calling him king. That's exactly what he is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you're telling everybody he is. Oh, this is my king right here. Well, if he's your king, let him rule. Right. You understand? Let him be the one. Let him have his position. You understand? You're his helpmate. He's not your helpmate. He runs things, and you are one of those things that he runs.
Right.
Keep reading.
And he'll be your king and your protector when something look crazy, or somebody following you, or somebody talk to you crazy in the store. Oh, he bring up his line and let him know somebody did something sideways to you. You understand me? Come on, sister, man. We got to really grasp hold on this truth, man.
Right.
You understand? And really grasp hold of this spirit of this antichrist that this white man has put into our sisters, man. You understand what I'm saying? That has allowed our women to lose respect for the black man, that they haven't even been under control under their black man since we've been here in America.
And that's what you said is so heavy. They try to make it seem like it's the black man's fault.
Right.
You destroyed the household. When was I ever over the household?
Right.
When we came over here, we was chained up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have any authority. The white man was raping me in front of you to take my authority.
Right.
And then after that, we probably had authority for maybe 40 years, maybe, since we've been over here. And under that, we had Black Wall Street.
Right. Right.
You understand? We was thriving as a civilization, well, as a nation of people. You know what I'm saying? And this is why the white man wants us segregated. You know what I'm saying? We were doing our own thing under the direction of real men at the time, and these men didn't have the truth. You know what I'm saying? But what we did have, we still had our integrity. You know what I'm saying? Our core values, because you had the man, you could go to your grandfather for the advice.
Right.
Nowadays, the grandfather in the club with you. That's how young as he is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the problem with civilization now. And it's these older cats. And in camp, we charge these older cats. Right. You want to talk about, what's wrong with the kids? You know what I'm saying? The men, the little boys out here, killing everything, and the women out here just having sex with everything. And you like, man, what is wrong with these young folks? And it's like, no, sir, it's your fault. Your child was the one who tried crack for the first time under your watch. Saying from there, that's when everything got destroyed. So now you got these brothers that sit under these trees all goddamn day with beers and 40s and stuff and laugh and talk. Y'all the damn problem. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are the problem. You should be my elder. I'm up here teaching you. You know what I'm saying? I'm the righteous man out of all of us, and you got all the age. They want to tell you that what they say, wisdom come with age. Show me that in the Bible. Because the Bible I read says that wisdom lifted up him of low degree and caused him to sit with great men. And that wisdom is the knowledge of the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a talk with a lady Saturday, and she was about 70 years old, black woman, didn't look like she was 49. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking to her, and I'm talking about the love for my people, and what we do on the street corner. We got a barbecue coming up soon. How we love our people, how only our nation, we need to come together. And she was like, well, how old are you? I'm like, well, I'm 32. She was like, man, I have never had this kind of conversation with a man your age. She was like, if I talk to 50, 30-year-olds, you're the only one I can have this conversation with. You know what I'm saying? It's not me, it's because I'm in the truth. I told her if I was still in the world, I'd be the other 49 niggas you talking about. But because I'm in this truth, I'm rooted. Understand? I got wisdom because I follow wise men who follow the Lord. Right. You understand?
And not to mention you angry.
Right.
You understand the oppression that our people are under, man.
Damn right.
You understand? And you understand being in this truth, man, a real priest and prophet of the Lord, that it takes all of us, man.
It definitely does.
We can't just have one wealthy nigga, man, and everybody else be poor. That's the white man system, man. You don't care about your people, man. You understand? So, I mean, we will stay in hell as long as we have niggas with money building schools and providing electricity in Africa, man.
Now let's get this is it right here. Let's go to
35.
No,
we didn't read 35.
I know we didn't. And it's a reason why.
Okay, no sir.
I was gonna read 35, but it's 7:00 and it's like 11 scriptures, and we gotta bring this out.
Let's get it.
Ephesians chapter 5, start at verse 22. This is it right here, Doc. This is it. This is the one. The code is one. Chapter 5, verse 22.
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 32. This is
like it, verse 22.
Verse 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, as unto the Lord.
As unto who?
As unto the Lord.
The Bible says that you should submit yourself unto that man as unto the Lord. He is your Lord. You understand? That man that's following the Lord, this is what it is. I follow the Lord, right? You know what I'm saying? I am after the Lord's own heart. You understand? I'm a priest and prophet in this school. This is how I serve the Lord, by keeping the laws and teaching my people. Do you know how you serve the Lord? By serving your man. You understand? By being subject to your husband. That's how you serve the Lord. As long as you serve me, you're going to serve the Lord, because that's what I am doing. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 23. For the husband is the head of the wife.
If the what of the wife?
Is the head of the wife.
For the husband is the head of the wife. Rank and order. You understand? There's a rank and order in your relationship, and that man is the head. And if you would not be better off with a man over you, then you've picked the wrong man, sis. And you should have had more wisdom. You understand? You should have listened to the priests and prophets in this school. Or maybe you didn't have a chance. You understand? Maybe you had somebody in the world and you came into the truth. And that has happened. You know what I'm saying? But even that man is your Lord. And you should submit to him. Whether he is up here right here teaching class or at home smoking weed and in the world, he's your Lord. The Bible says submit to him. Keep reading.
Even as Christ is the head of the church.
Even as Christ is the what?
Is the head of the church.
So your husband, your man, is the head of you, even as Christ is the head of the church. That's a clear distinction. Y'all not even neck and neck. That's what it's saying. There's no church neck and neck with Christ in authority. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It is light years apart. It is as far as the heavens and the earth is. So that's how it is at home. That's how it's supposed to be at home. If you're in the truth, you got a question? Go ahead. You're damn right. It kills that 50-50 thing. It ain't 50-50 with. Now, this is what it is. I'm not saying that you don't have an opinion. That's not the problem. I mean, if you feel like, you should be able to go to your husband and give an opinion. And if he's wise, he should listen to him. Because again, I'm sure he picked a righteous woman. You know what I'm saying? A wise, a virtuous woman. If you have a virtuous woman out, she can come to you, you can listen. Happens all the time. Why? Because she's virtuous. It's things that she can do too. So if she come to me and say, look, we can do it like this. I'm like, you know what? Let's try it like that. I have no problem listening to my wife and trying her way. Right. I have no problem with that because my wife is wise. And I would be foolish not to listen to someone who has experience. Maybe I don't have the experience in that area. So if she does, I'll be wise to listen to her. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it doesn't work out, then we'll do it my way next time. You know what I'm saying? Or she might have all the wisdom in the world, and I can say, lie, we're not doing it like that. Right. And whatever happens, happens. You know what I'm saying? But a wise man wouldn't do that. If she has that particular expertise, follow her. Listen, let her lead on that. Just know you are letting her lead under your authority. She's not just taking it upon herself to do it. You understand? Keep reading.
And he is the savior of the body.
He is the what?
Savior of the body.
And we know Christ is the savior of the body. And the church is under him. Right. That means you are under your man just like that. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 24. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
In some things.
In everything.
In majority of the things.
In everything.
In everything, your husband should be the leader. In everything. You understand? That means when it comes to your Facebook account, he should know all your passwords. Now, I'll say this, in Salaki, because I try not to say things that I don't do. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes down to your wife's phone, you should know the code to your phone. I do not know the code to my wife's phone. But you know what? My fingerprint is programmed. I don't need the code. You understand? I just use my thumb and bam, I'm in that thing. You understand? And I'm not in that, be doing any snooping or anything like that. But if I wanted to, I could. Why? Because I am the head in all things. So when that brother tell you to take that post down, your husband tell you to take this down, take that down, don't wear this, don't do that, you supposed to say, Khan, I don't want Khan. You understand? Because you are supposed to be in subjection to him in all things lawful. Now, if he order you to eat some pork, that is one thing you do not have to, you ain't got to do that. Salakia, sir, but I don't eat this. Especially when you're dealing with a woman who has a husband in the world. He may, cook breakfast and be like, look, I made you some bacon. It's like, oh, honey, I don't eat pork. That's when that mouthpiece you have comes into work. Here's what First Peter's, I believe, 3:1. I forget the scripture, but Captain Zaria brought it out. It's when matter of fact, let me try to see if I can find it. I want to make sure that's the right one. I could be wrong.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, read that. Read that.
It's the book of 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husband.
Now, just because your husband is not in the truth doesn't make him any less authoritative figure in your life. That is your outer one. He's just not in the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bible don't say be in subjection to your own husbands if they're righteous or in the UPK. It don't say that. It say to your own husbands, period. Keep reading.
That if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives.
Let me say, this
say,
is
say the wives.
Oh my God, man, the Lord is so righteous. Right. Know what I'm saying? If you understand this scripture, this is for the sisters who don't got husbands in the truth. Right. It say, if any obey not the word, if your husband is out there eating pork, selling drugs, doing all the things that the Bible say not to do, well, when he tells you to do something unlawful, it says that also may without the word be warned by the conversation of the wives. Salakia, my Lord.
Plural.
Right. Wives is plural. Right. You know what I'm saying? Salakia, my Lord. I don't eat pork, baby. I just don't. But look, don't worry about it. I'll make the beef bacon. I'll do whatever I gotta do. Or the turkey bacon. You know what I'm saying? Or like you said with the Passover, Salakia, my Lord. But I already been to the Passover. We can do something else. I can have this. When you come back, I have this prepared for you. You gonna enjoy yourself, and the conversation of the wife, that mouthpiece that you have, can win anybody over.
Femininity.
That's exactly femininity. That is your greatest weapon as a woman.
Right.
Being a woman.
Right.
You understand? That is what the Lord gave you. The Bible says that's the strongest one.
That's right.
You're the only one that can knock the crown off the king's head and live to talk about it.
Right.
Know what I'm saying? You have power, but you got to know how to use it. And trying to usurp a man's authority like with brute strength, you're gonna lose every time. Let's go back to that Corinthians. It's like Corinthians, Ephesians.
Okay. We had 25. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 25. Husbands, love your wives.
Do what?
Love your wives.
You gotta love your women. You understand? Everything ain't always gonna be like okay. And this is nothing emotional. You know what I'm saying? Now I would say you should have some type of emotional tie with your woman or your women. You know what I'm saying? But this love is speaking on is not emotional. It's talking about according to the law. Love your women. Keep reading.
As Christ also loved the church.
As Christ did what?
Also loved the church.
And he did what? Keep reading.
And gave himself for it.
So now the Bible says for the man to love his wife like Christ loved the church. How much did Christ love the church? He died for it.
Right.
You understand? Christ died for the church. So you should be loving your wife as Christ loved the church. Meaning you should be able to give your life for your woman. You're supposed to love her. You're not supposed to hate your woman. This is commanding, especially not commanding YAHANNA's daughter. You damn sure better not hate them. You know what I'm saying? Because they are a gift from the Lord. You understand? Who the hell hates a gift from the Lord? You understand? So you should love your woman like Christ loved the church, and he gave his life for it.
And the sisters got brothers that will protect them too.
And they are sworn to protect their sisters.
That's right.
You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 26. That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
You could change your woman by the word of the Most High. Brothers know that. You know what I'm saying? And we try to teach our women, especially some of the ones that's in the world, or even the ones that's in the truth. But women, you supposed to be washed by the word. You shouldn't feel like your man shouldn't get another woman. You shouldn't feel like he over there with her. Right. You shouldn't feel like that if you were washed with the water of the word. You understand? If you were really in the truth. Now, I'm not telling you that you got to be supporting him. Be like, hey, you need to go over there and be with the other woman. You know what I'm saying? She needs you. I ain't saying that. But the scriptures say, be angry, but sin not. You understand? Don't embarrass that's a good word. Don't embarrass your husband because you don't like the fact that he has another rib. Or dishonor your husband because he has another rib. You understand? You the one on Facebook, logging into his account, writing posts, or out here with the subliminal posts, the ones that kill me. Right. Out here shooting subliminal slugs at the other woman. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no reason, but what they say, I'm a work in progress, I guess. Right. You just have not been baptized by the word. That's what that is. Keep reading.
Verse 27, that he might present it to himself a glorious church.
A what church?
A glorious church.
Keep reading.
Not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy, without blemish.
Your marriage could be holy and without blemish if you were washed by the word. You understand? If you're not out here being jealous of another woman, if you're not out here not loving your wife as Christ loved the church, your marriage can't. The Bible teaches you to have a perfect marriage. Christ said, be ye perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. You could have the perfect marriage. Disagreements or arguments, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with an argument. It's how you handle the argument. An argument is just a disagreement. I might say, man, let's go watch Avengers. You know what I'm saying? She might say, well, I want to go watch a chick flick. We're having a disagreement right here. But here's the thing, is how you settle it. It's whatever the man says. So, and I say, we're going to go watch Avengers. Now, if you love your wife the way Christ loved the church, you may look like, damn, we just watched all the movies. The last 10 movies we've watched have been my movie. Maybe, you know what, baby, we can watch yours. Nothing wrong with that. You understand? And in fact, that strengthens a marriage. There's nothing wrong with every now and then letting her have her way. But sister, you got to earn that. I'm telling you, if you are in subjection to your man in all things, he will do that. Your husband's going to be like, God damn. Every time I come home, my food is ready, the kids is taken care of, the house is clean, I got my clothes picked out. Like, God damn, she got my whole journey on my way to work mapped out. Now I come out the top, the dry towel right here. I walk 2 steps, there go the socks, there go some drawers, there go my undershirt, there go my pants, there go my work shirt, here go my backpack. As I'm walking out the door, the car keys right there. Damn near when you open the door and close it, the house keys on the outside, so you can just lock it like that and walk off. Know what I'm saying? Like you doing this for your man, trust me, sis. He gonna come home and be like, you know what? I gotta do something for her. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna figure it out. He will call Jeremiah Hyman to get counsel. So like this, sir, like what can I do to show my appreciation for my woman? But it's something you have to do first. He don't do that to you first. That's a reward for you being so virtuous, for you being such a good woman and a good wife or a good sister. You understand? Being a blessing to your man from the Lord. That's how that happens. That's how that happens. You got something?
Real quick, man, because I know we got to get through these scriptures, man. You understand? But it's like, I mean, it's so important, man. Like, good night, man. I just lost my thought, dog. No sweat. What we got?
We at 28.
28, verse 28. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies.
As they what?
As their own bodies.
You gotta love your wife like it's your own body. You don't want your wrist hurting. Why would you want hers hurting? You don't want back problems. Why would you give her back? You don't want stress. Why give her stress? You understand? You're supposed to love your wife like it's your own body. And it is. Because if her body is aching, who you think she's gonna ask to rub it? It's gonna be you. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with showing affection to your woman. Our women are emotional creatures. That's why they're not fit to rule. Because we got a goddamn woman president, when it's that time of the month, she nuking every goddamn body. You know what I'm saying? She got the goddamn, she going to war, damn what Congress say. You know what I'm saying? The stock market rising and falling, and she wake up and the stock market down 30%. Oh, she about to nuke somebody. You understand? They are emotional, impulsive creatures. We're the ones who move by logic. You You understand? Reward your woman for being righteous. Don't just love her like it's your own body. You will want to be rewarded for being righteous. That's how we get ranked, for doing our work. We get raised up for doing the work of the Lord. Raise that sister up for doing her work of the Lord by taking care of you. You understand? Raise her up. You feel me? What? How many times a day you want to do it?
With fire.
With fire. Baptize her with the fire. You understand? And it's a tie with it. Wear a tie so you can tie the fire. You understand? Keep reading.
And Salaka, real quick, I remember what I wanted to say. So it's another word that fits, that could fit real good with understanding that you will have disagreements with your wife is conflict. Right. You will endure conflict. Conflict doesn't have to necessarily be bad. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Conflict is good for her to truly understand, like, okay, I wanted it this way, but this man said, conflict resolved.
Right. And let me tell you something. That's what your marriage should be centered around: conflict resolution. Right. Don't let these problems linger. Let the sun not go. What is it? Let the sun not go down on thy anger. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't keep messing your relationship up. You're supposed to be trying to dissolve that. Now, you go a day without talking because y'all was mad. Okay, y'all need time to cool down. But this shouldn't be a 2-day, 3-day, week thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the objection of marriage is to be happy. If that's what your goal is, if your goal is to live in peace, then you will not let conflicts go on like that. That's right. You know what I'm saying? And with the brotherhood, this is why it's so special, because we don't do it. If I could speak on this brother right here, this my nigga. But I bet you, like, can't nobody tell me that Charlotte Posh said it's something I did he didn't like. Right. Can't nobody tell me that. You know why? Because if it's something I did that Charlotte Posh didn't like, you know how I would know it? He would tell me. That's right. He would call me up and tell me exactly what the problem is. And when he calls me, I'm not out here just like on some, that's just your problem. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know. Because if I offended my brother, you understand? The goal is for us to be in harmony and to be in peace. What do I got to do to fix it? You know what I'm saying? Now, that don't mean I'm supposed to be a female and just give in. I'm going to say what I got to say. You know what I'm saying? But the goal is for me to understand where he's coming from and for him to understand where I'm coming from and work to resolve the issue. And if we cannot, we take it up to the man who can. Right. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that, because at the end of that road, we're going to find out who was right and who was wrong. And there's nothing wrong with finding out who's right and who's wrong. If I'm right, he finds out that that's something that I did that that's not wrong. And if I'm wrong, I find out that I cannot do that to a brother. You know what I'm saying? There's a gift in that. There's a gift inside counsel if you so choose to adhere to the counsel. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing should be at home. Now, the difference is, if my goal is peace with my wife, then I don't have a problem compromising. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she come like, damn, baby, we watch all your movies. Everything you want to do, we always do. You know what I'm saying? And if I have any compassion in me, then I would try to change that before I even get to that point. Right. You know what I'm saying? I know, I ain't gonna lie, like sometimes even at home, you probably don't always say that I appreciate the things you do. But let them know. Let your women know that you appreciate them. Let them know that you appreciate the good name that you have because of them. Right. You know what I'm saying? Scripture say that he was known in the city because of his woman. She was so damn virtuous, everybody knew who the husband was. And they was like, yeah, that's that nigga's wife. Right. Who made this? That nigga real did it. Who bought this field? That nigga real did that. Who cooking this food for the class? That nigga's real did that. Know what I'm saying? Who making these shirts? Who making these clothes? That nigga real did that. Know what I'm saying? You gonna be known in the school by how virtuous your wife is. You understand? That should be something both of y'all are working toward. Or a sister could be known. Who husband is that? Oh, that's her husband. Oh, that's her. Them girls right there, that's her husband right there. Oh yeah, they got them a good one. Know what I'm saying? Vice versa. That's exactly how it's supposed to go. If the goal is to have peace in the home. Now, if you don't want peace in the home, do whatever the hell you want to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord is not the author of confusion. Just know that confusion is in your home because the Lord is not with it. You understand? The Lord, this system that the Lord built, having a man over the woman, is perfect, because we're going to make decisions based on logic. You understand? That's why he put us there. And it should be harmony. He didn't put the man and the woman together for us to have conflict. No, it should be harmony. But at the same time, your woman has her own views. You have your own views. But as long as both of y'all know that you run it as the man, then it shouldn't be no problem. If peace is the goal in the house. Keep reading.
Verse 31.
No, verse
30.
29.
Verse 29. For no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourished and cherished it, even as the Lord, the church.
Now it's saying that because it's talking about verse 28 when it says that you should love your wives as your own body. No man hated his body. You're not going out here shooting yourself just for the hell of it. You understand? Because you love your body. You love yourself. That's exactly how you should love and treat your woman. Keep reading.
Okay. Verse 30. For we are members of his body, of his flesh, and of his bones.
Keep reading.
Verse 31. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh.
And they two shall be one flesh. Meaning that man and that woman that was two separate people at one point, now y'all one. Now, if I can sidebar real quick, that's a cut for the Christian church, for the Trinity, because that's the same thing with the Most High in Christ. They are two entities who are one. Not that they're the same person, but meaning that they are on one accord. And that's how your marriage is supposed to be. Y'all supposed to be on one accord. Y'all supposed to have the same principles, the same morals, the same integrity, and the same goal. The goal is to navigate through this hell until we get the kingdom. Right. That's the goal. How do we keep peace in our lives through all the hell we got to go through? You understand? And if you're in this school, you have all the tools. You just have to use it. You understand? Keep reading. You have something you want to say? Okay, keep reading.
Okay. Verse 32. This is a great mystery, but I speak concerning Christ and the church.
It must be a mystery in the black community, because we got no shalom in our marriages. Good, I'm talking about God, like it's World War III in the household. And what's the battle for? The battle is for authority. She want to go out to the club and shake her tail feather. Know what I'm saying?
And if it ain't happy wife, happy life.
Good night. If your wife ain't happy, your life ain't happy. Right. That's what the Christians teach.
Right.
But in the truth, is do what your husband say do, and both of y'all to be happy. Right. What's wrong with that? Let's try it. Let's try it the way the Lord intended it to work. Because the way this white man got it set up with the woman being over the man, it's hell in our homes.
Hey, I'll check and see if there's sisters outside. Slacky, sir. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, we'll go to the next verse.
Okay. Verse 33. Nevertheless, let every one of you a peculiar so love his wife.
No, it's particular. Go ahead.
Slacky. In particular, so love his wife even as himself. And the wife see that she reverence her husband.
She does what to her husband?
Reverence her husband.
Now, this is the one I couldn't wait to get to. Could someone please give me the definition of the word reverence? Please.
This is the definition of reverence. Deep respect for someone or something.
Okay. What's the next one?
That's the noun definition. The verb definition, regard or treat with deep respect. And there's synonyms.
Hold on. No. That's not the one I need. Hold on. You Google that or there's Webster's? Let me see.
Webster, you want the Webster?
I think it's Webster. I'm looking it up now to try to see if this is it. Yeah, Webster. Give me Webster.
Merriam-Webster?
Yeah, that one.
No sweat. This is the definition in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Honor or respect, felt or shown, especially profound, adoring respect.
Now the Bible say that, and the wife see that she reverence her husband, meaning she has honor or respect profoundly or adoring your husband. You know what I'm saying? That's how a woman is supposed to be with her husband. You know what I'm saying? Having that respect. Now that was the noun definition. Right. Give me that verb.
The verb definition of reverence in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. To regard or treat with reverence.
Here, read this one. It's the out. Number 2.
A gesture of respect, such as to bow.
Such as to what?
Such as to bow.
Such as to bow. When your husband comes home, sis, if you showing your husband some real reverence, when you see that man, you damn near don't even look him in the eyes.
Right.
You put your how would you remember how to do? Yeah, how it go? You damn near saluting him every time you see him. Put your damn head down with your head covered, and you Salakia, sir, Salakia, my Lord. That's the kind of reverence you should have, or respect you should have for your husband. This is a man of the Lord. This is a man in the truth, living and dying this word. You understand? Raising up his kids in this truth that everybody hates. Everybody hates your husband because he gave his life to Christ. You know it. And he used to have all the partners. He used to go to all the clubs. He used to have all the parties. Everybody loved him. Everybody invited him everywhere. The moment he gave himself over to the Lord, everybody hates him. You should respect a man for that. Somebody who would sacrifice all that for the Lord, that's somebody that deserves to be reverenced. When you see him, you bow to that brother. And if you don't have a husband, bow to your brothers, because they're doing the same thing. They out here trying to make sure this nation get built up for you and your kids' protection. You understand? The Bible say that the wife that's Salakia, and the wife see that she reverence her husband. You need to reverence that man, especially a brother in the UPK, because we the ones everybody hate. They got a goddamn Justice League or what's the Avengers League of Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? And we're not invited. And to be honest, we don't give a damn. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because none of y'all niggas in the truth. They out here going to the Hebrew, convention, giving out awards. Nigga, the Bible say that our righteousness are filthy rags. You understand? Y'all gonna give y'all awards out. We're gonna continue raising the dead. You understand? Anybody got any questions?
Real quick.
I'll go ahead.
You know, and if the black women did that for the black man, we would take over the earth, and Christ would come back. You understand? And then too, at the conventions, they ain't nothing but I.S.U.P.K hate conventions anyway.
Exactly. Niggas who have dropped their sword, niggas who have compromised their doctrine for more members, especially them niggas in purple. Right. Like this is the closest thing to Christianity. You know what I'm saying? Like they teach you can only have one wife, so do Christians. Now they say women can't wear pants. Some Christian pants say that too. You understand? Them niggas out here with dreads, edge ups, and wife beaters with fringes on it. Right. You know what I'm saying? With a guy
serving the white man's military.
Come on now. Serving in the white man's law enforcement. Our brother, Officer Tazadaki, used to be a different type of officer. You know what I'm saying? He was a goddamn policeman. Came into the truth and quit that shit. Salaki. You know what I'm saying? That is a real nigga. But you got Detective Nate, Nasty Nate, over there with the purple niggas, locking his brothers up on false charges.
Nathaniel's 007.
You know what I'm saying? Out here having meetings with General Bucket Naked. Right. You know, showing all his public hairs. Right. You understand? Like, this is the only place you're going to find the truth. The truth, priests, and prophets of the Lord. And our sisters and wives should reverence us for that. Because the world is not. When I go out here, like the world is not going to love me for hating white people. No. Everybody loves white people. You know what I'm saying? Nobody loves us for this. You know what we make white people do? We make them kiss our goddamn boots.
Pay tribute.
And pay tribute. You gonna kiss this leather Put something in this bucket and mosey your ass on down the road when you done. You understand? That's what we make white people do. That's what we make all heathens do. And America hates us for that. Black people hate us for that. World Star Hip Hop, that is created by a black man. You get two ratchet girls fighting. It's look at this, two girls fight, two strippers fight in the club. They put the I.S.U.P.K on there getting the boot kiss. They say, look at this ignorance. Right. So a white man bowing to us, kissing the boots of slaves. That's the ignorance. But the strippers with the ass hanging out fighting on World Star, that's the entertainment. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Reverence your husband because the world hates him because we love the Lord. But Christ said, if the world hates you, know that it hated me first. Christ gave his life for us to walk in the same way he would walk. But you Jesus' number one fan. You his number one fan, but you hate the black man. Know what I'm saying? No, reverence that man in the truth. Because the work he has to do to lift up his nation is a thankless job. It's thankless. You're going to be his biggest fan. Because outside his school and his brothers, they hate his guts. You understand? If anybody got any questions before we close this class, anybody, anything, online, if you got any questions, we got about 15 minutes to get it in. If not, we're going to say shalom to you. You good, sis? You good, Op?
Actually, no, I do have a question.
Go ahead.
My cousin, he keeps coming to me. This is about something else.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so he keeps coming to me about how the world can be saved by just Romans 10 and 9. And I was
You get that for me? Romans 10 and 9?
Yes. He pulled that scripture. And I was like, what are you trying to say? Because earlier today, he was trying to say that just by that verse alone, if you believe, then you will be saved. And I was like, from my understanding, you have to do the law, statutes, and commandments of the whole Bible. You can't just do one thing. And then he told me, as far as tithing, that it's a choice. I was flabbergasted.
This is the scripture that they use in the Christian church when you join. They ask you,
right?
Do you believe in Christ? Is he the head of your life?
Right.
This is the one that they quote, that they tell you to repeat after them.
Well, let's get that then. Let's get that Romans 10 and 9. He said this is how the world can be saved. He mean like everybody, right? Okay, go ahead.
All right, this the book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 9. That if thou shalt confess with thy mouth that, Salaki, with thy mouth the Lord Jesus, and shall believe in mine heart that God hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Pass the collection plate around. Let's get a body.
Close this book.
That's it. We just read that in Romans. That's what it said. Anybody. He didn't say Israel right there, did it? He said everybody, right? What did it say? He said that if thou. It didn't say what it say. If thou shalt confess, you know who that thou is? The thou is you. White man, that thou is you if you confess. Then you are saved. But here it is in Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. We don't just read scripture. We study the Bible. You understand? Give me verse 1.
Oh, sweet. Book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 1. Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the power for Israel is that they might be saved.
That's the whole context of this whole goddamn scripture. Is that my prayer to the Most High is that Israel shall be saved. You understand? Israel. Now here's the thing. Read verse 2, and this is your cousin.
Verse 2, for I bear them record that they may have zeal of the power, but not according to knowledge.
Not according to knowledge. Because if he had that knowledge, he'd be sitting out here. If he gave a damn about black people, he'd be sitting out here. He'd be asking you, where are you going? He wouldn't be asking you, why do you dress like that? Why are you so modest? Why your hair covered? He won't ask you that. He would be saying, Barakatah Yahweh Shah says, because you truly are a gem to the Lord. Know what I'm saying? That's what he would be saying. But because he's not in the truth, he's a goddamn Christian, he's going to say that all men, I don't understand why black people love white people so much.
Right.
Like, what have they done? Maybe if they gave us reparations or something, like they gave every man $1 billion, then I can see you saying, man, look, them niggas gave us $1 billion. But aside from that, like, what have they done to earn respect from us after slavery? Nothing. But we just gonna love white people. You know what I'm saying? And when you love white people, what you gonna do to black people? You're gonna hate them. Because no man can serve two masters.
Well, Jesus said to turn the other cheek. We got to forget about slavery.
Good night. So if that's the case, when is the white man going to forgive the Arabs for 9/11?
Right.
They still in those countries.
Oh, they got justice, though.
They definitely did get their justice. And they getting that all. You know what I'm saying? Somebody want to say, sis?
Getting all the Bin Laden money.
Right. Good. Well, that's it, man. We're gonna go ahead and end it before the grill gets on. You understand?
You want to get that phone call.
What?
Right
now, and look, and the Bible say that he don't come back for peace on earth. He coming for the sword. He coming to set that man against his family. Know what I'm saying? And if you're not ready to forsake your family and follow the Lord, then you're not ready for the kingdom. Like, you gotta be ready to give it all up. Like wives, kids, jobs, anything. I'm with all that. You tired of walking in this truth? No sweat. Don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you. You understand? Because I'm going to be here 10 toes down. You understand? You're going to go out there and live your life and you might even come up. Find you a man who got bread and I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? He going to hit the lottery. You got millions. You flying in jets and all that. And I'm going to look back and say, damn, although they commit sin 100 times and their days be prolonged, I know it be well with them that feareth the Lord. You understand? You good on that? You good? I think that's it. Well, if that's it, man, we're gonna say Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatham to the brothers. Yahweh Shema Alathan Ba'Shem Yahushua to the sisters.
This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge that started out in 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York, where we are led by the amazing commanding General YAHANNA, man, who raises nothing but niggas to be real, man. Be leaders of their household, and sisters be princesses to the men of their household. And what we say, and the only niggas on earth to say, that the white man, woman, child, and stank nasty fetus is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of. Shalom.
To the death till they bury me. I be 1 West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Getting dividends, so we start getting ignorant.